Do you ever feel full of big dreams but your body feels out of power? In your head you make 100 plans, write a book, learn guitar, go running, learn one more programming language, but your hands just open the phone to scroll to feel less tired. I have been there, the same. The problem is not that we are lazy by nature. The problem is the brain hates things that are not clear and feel heavy, so it pushes us to things that are easy, fast, and give a reward right away. From a biology view, the brain uses a lot of energy, so saving is natural. From a history view, people stayed alive by saving their small energy for things that keep life going. So when the goal is not clear and very big, the brain puts a tag, risk of fatigue, and avoids. When I was leading a team, I often got the grand project disease. One time the whole group wanted to rewrite the system with a new design, shiny microservices, many standards. The more we talked, the bigger it got. The bigger it got, the slower it moved. Then one evening, I made the goal smaller, just refactor one service, make one data path, measure one metric. 2 weeks later, a chain effect showed up because one piece could run. The rest could see the lines very clearly. It turns out what lifts us is not one big jump, but low friction and quick feedback. Any information system is the same: reduce friction, increase signal, and things start to run by themselves. So how do we move from tired ambition to steady drive? I cut it into 3 steps, simple enough that the brain has no excuse to delay. Step 1, make it so small that you cannot say no. Writing a book sounds huge, writing one sentence does not. Learning a guitar song with many chords feels hard. Putting your hand on one chord for 5 minutes is fine. With code, do not think finish the payment module. Think write one test, make it green, commit. Small enough that starting is a win. At the human scale, we grow by very small pieces, repeated long enough a seed becomes a season, bricks become a city. My job is to find the seed that is the right size for today. Step 2, build rails so you do not use willpower. Willpower is like a phone battery. Use it and it drains. Rails are habits with a clear trigger. I put my running shoes next to the bed. When the alarm rings, my feet touch the shoes. I keep the ID open with the project I need to touch and pin a shortcut, new test. In the morning, one tap and a test template is waiting. At night, the guitar is next to the sofa, no need to open a closet. When the trigger is in the right place, the body runs by itself. In the Japanese companies where I work, people call this kind of progress small, steady steps. The goal is to cut friction at each link, not to push harder at the end of the chain. Step 3, the 2-minute rule. Getting into the work within 2 minutes is enough to beat the startup slope. Read one page instead of one chapter. Write one paragraph instead of one full piece. Clean one corner of the desk instead of the whole room. 2 minutes is like pushing a ball over the top of a hill. After that, gravity helps it roll. Many projects I worked on came back to life just by 2 minutes to open an old pull request and rid the diff. The second time, my hands remember the path. The brain is not afraid anymore. There is a small tip along with it: reward yourself right after you start. No need to wait for perfect. After 2 minutes, stand up and walk, play a favorite song, pour a glass of cool water. The brain learns very fast: start, get a reward, want to start again. That is how I train myself instead of blaming myself. I know some of you will ask, if we make it small, do we waste time and slow our dreams? It sounds right, but in fact it is the other way. History is full of the luxury trap. We think having more will feel better, then we get tied by the very things we add. With personal goals, it is the same. Holding the big piece traps us as in standards we imagine, while small steps give us a lever. When one unit can run, we can measure, we can learn, we can link the network. One line of code in the right place connects the whole system. One call to the right person opens a whole project. Networks reward people who make small nodes and small edges and connect often, instead of waiting for one huge suspension bridge. Here are a few very clear tips I use every day. For health, do not set a goal to run 10 kilometers. This morning, just put on your clothes and step out the door. Walk 5 minutes. Tomorrow add 5. Muscles and lungs are very honest. If you repeat small work enough, they grow their capacity by themselves. For learning, instead of finish one course in artificial intelligence. Set one session of 15 minutes each night to read one section. Write one note, try one piece of code. In that way, after some weeks, you have a small notebook of ideas and a test folder that runs. For career, instead of rewrite the system, pick one measurable bottleneck. For example, the response time of one API. Make a branch that measures time, try one change, push it. When the signal comes back fast, the team feels the drive and leaders give resources more easily. For creativity, do not write a book. I choose to write one paragraph that tells one true memory. Some days it is just one sentence, but it keeps the fire. After a few months, when you string them together, you will be surprised how far you have gone. And the most important thing, do not see yourself as lazy person. The identity we give ourselves is a story. If we tell it again and again, the brain will believe and behavior will follow. Change the story to I am a person who starts very small but steady. The new story creates new choices. History shows people are strongest when they tell stories that help many people act together. For each of us, the small story about habits is the way reason and feeling inside us work together. There will be days you still slip. Me too. Stop, forgive, then go back to 2 minutes. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is data. Each fall gives a signal where the friction is, where the trigger is not right. What I need to do is just cut friction in the right spot, set the trigger again, and come back with an even smaller step. If your mind still hesitates now, do one very small act after you finish listening. Write one sentence that says the thing you want to do. Put one object as a trigger in the right place. Give 2 minutes to touch that thing. That is all. When the ball has started to roll, you will see you do not need to change your whole life in one day. We only need a small path, the right direction, repeated long enough. The rest, the brain, the body, and the network around us will grow it by themselves. All of us have big dreams. The road to them turns out to be made of small steps, steady steps, and being kind to ourselves.